All right.
Hi there. It's Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, the Women's Broadcast TV Network, iTube 247, and WomenOnTV.tv. And so it's a whole Miami day today, even though I'm not there, but Tasha is there. So Tosh, tell us who you are, what you're doing, and tell us who your friend is.
Alrighty, so my name is Natasha, and I'm all the way in Miami. I am Brian's Miami co-host and also a Latin pop singer. I have a song called Gozala, which came out a couple weeks ago, so you guys can check me out. And today, we'll be talking to my friend, coworker, cool Latin dude, G.Rymes, called George, but his DJ name is G.Rymes. And he's gonna give us a little sazon today.
What's up? How you guys doing?
We're doing good. So what do you got? What do you got? What's on your mind over there?
Well, I'm Puerto Rican Cuban, so I love my Latin music. So I can play some Latin music for you guys.
Let's hear some Latin flavor then.
All right. About what, like 5 minutes or?
You just let us know. Go ahead. So Tasha, it makes you want to get up and dance, doesn't it?
It does. Let me tell you, every time I hear George go on a DJ, I'm always the one, I grab my glasses, I go like this, and I'm like, G.Rymes, give it to me. Put it down.
Hey, I like those glasses. You look stylish with those.
I know, right? With the hat and everything, I look like a Miami girl now.
Well, you are a Miami girl, aren't you?
I am a Miami girl. Makes me feel like I'm about to go on a brunch right now.
All right, so George, tell us about you. How did you break into being a disc jockey? How did that happen for you?
Man, about like 8th grade or 9th grade, me and my best friend, we had our own online radio station. So we were doing that for like about a couple months, a good 5 months. Then from there, I was just like, since I'm doing this radio, I might as well like pick up another habit so I could incorporate it with the radio station. So I just bought me a little, I still have it at the house, like a little small little controller. And from there, I just started, just pressing buttons, watching YouTube videos, and just trying to learn. And when I was doing it, everything looked so crazy, and now it's just like second nature to me right now.
And then, so what was it that turned you on? Was it someone that you listened to, or you went to a nightclub saying, I could do that? Is that what happened for you?
Man, yeah, I did like listen to a lot of DJs or whatnot, but I wasn't even old enough. I was just old. I couldn't go to the clubs. I was only like 14, 15, if that, when I picked it up. So, but I did, I did like listen to other DJs or whatnot on the radio, because that's back then the radio was popping, so all the DJs on the radio were amazing back then.
And then, so Tosh, how did you guys connect?
Well, so we both work at the same radio station. When I got hired in the promotions team, and he was in the promotions team. At that point, he wasn't on the air yet as a DJ, but he was, hustling and, showing off that he's a DJ and that he's good and that he should be on air as a radio DJ. And as time went by, he actually got his shot. And he ended up getting to be a radio DJ for one of our top 40 stations here in Miami. So I was like super cool for him. And everybody was so happy. Like all of the promo team, we're like a family. So we're like, if one of us, moves up to the next step, like we're super proud. And that's why I was like, yo, we gotta invite him over, like talk to him about his journey and how that has opened, doors for other projects that he's currently doing or put on hold because of this whole coronavirus thing, but
Yeah.
we'll do.
You know, it's not easy to do that. When I was at Power 106 in Los Angeles, when I first moved from Connecticut, I went from the number 36 market to number 2. What market is Miami?
Miami's up there. But that's, I don't know exactly the number, but that's kind of familiar from what I did, because here in West Palm, I was at a station and it was probably like something like that, or around the 30s. Then I
Oh, we lost you for a second.
We lost his connection.
Hello?
George, I think we lost your connection. He's got feedback on something. So we lost your connection. You can hear us, but we can't hear you. There you go.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, we lost you for a minute. What was that?
I have no idea. I think it was my AirPod got disconnected.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is the reason why I don't use those.
Yeah, yeah. I might just take them off, to be honest, and just go to the computer.
Hey, so talk about, what is it in Miami? Miami's always been known for having that Latin flavor for stuff. People from around the world want to go down there. It's about the nightclubs. It's about the culture. It's about the environment. What is it about the station? What is it about it being a disc jockey? Why is that important for you?
Can you repeat the question? Because you blocked out. I'm sorry. Can you just say it one more time?
I wanted to find out, what is it about the Latin culture, flavor there in Miami, where people come from around the world, and the dance clubs? What does that do to you as that person who lives there, as that person who's playing that music?
Oh man, it just feels amazing. You know, being able to walk into a club and just playing for my people and just seeing them dance, enjoy themselves, you know, just laugh and have a good time. That just means the world to me, that I'm able to bring that energy, you know, and just impact them just for that, you know, if it's 30 minutes or 4 hours that they're with me on the dance club, it just means a lot to me. And, you know, like Latin music is probably one of my go-to. So just like being like from that culture and just being able to impact people through the music, it just means a lot to me. And here in Miami, I mean, you can't get nowhere. I mean, more Hispanic, and the love for the culture here is real big, for sure.
So if someone were to come to Miami, they hadn't been there for the first time, where would you suggest?
Really just depends on the vibe they're trying to get, you know, the age, you know, if they want to just chill, or, you know, Wynwood is a great time, a great vibe, you know, but then you have down on the beach, down South Beach, you know, just really depending on what kind of night you're trying to have, for sure.
If you're trying to have a ratchet night, or a regular cool, like no ratchetness in there.
Yeah.
All right, Tasha, what's ratchetness for us mere mortals that have no idea what the hell you're talking about?
I mean, South Beach can get really ratchet. Like,
yeah.
It can get like what you step in and you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, there's just like people dancing in ways that you've never thought people could dance in, you know. It gets very ratchet over there in South Beach. That's why everybody loves going there.
All right, so G.Rymes, is that true?
No, 100%, yeah. But then you have that everywhere you go, so. But
I feel like that's more ratchet in South Beach.
Yeah, they do, yeah. Like, I don't really know too many like Hispanic nights on the beach, really.
No, definitely not. It's more hip hop. More pop. The Latin, definitely Wynwood. I know up there in West Palm Beach, there's a couple of Latin places where you play. Because he's played for, like, he does brunch sets. Well, when restaurants were open, he would like literally, his schedule was probably from like Wednesday to Sunday, would be on the radio as a disc jockey, would get off the air and then go to play at a club. I was like, George, do you even sleep?
Yeah, during the day as much as I can.
Hey, George, how long you been doing that grind for? I did that at one point. I believe it or not, I would disc jockey in an all-white club where they wouldn't let blacks in, if you can imagine that.
Wow. Yeah, so
That is
I mean,
crazy.
yeah. Once I started getting into the radio thing, like schedule got a lot more hectic. Working at the radio station, during the day, then coming home to shower if I have time, then to go out. But that's probably like the last 2 years I've been on that grind. That nonstop, just the hustle mentality right now.
What's
The go
your
get it.
hours and what's the station?
Oh, the what?
What's your hours and what's the radio station?
So right now 97.3, but I'm not like on air right now since everything going on with like the COVID. They have like just the full timers right now. So hopefully after all this, we're gonna get back to it. But 97.3, or if you're not in Miami, you just hit 97.3.com or the app.
Well, now it's called Quarantine Radio
Yeah.
97.3 because they changed it because of the whole COVID-19 situation, which was actually an interesting name. It's like a Quarantine Radio 97.3, so they decided to change it up a bit.
But that's obviously, hopefully, it's not gonna be like that forever.
Yeah. So soon we'll be back. Cause you would do what time? You would do like the new at 9 mix.
Yeah,
We'll be on at 9.
Yeah.
We would do the traffic. Like the during traffic,
5 o'clock.
like 5 o'clock
like,
mix.
Yeah, 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
And let me tell you, Brian, every time I would hear him, literally, like it would be whatever time of the day, I would feel like I was in a club. Like just like the drops, the songs. I was like, oh my God, George, like you are on something.
Yeah.
What's hot right now? Because I'm listening to Pandora, the stuff that I like. I might be listening to Bob Seger. I might be listening to I don't even know if you knew Stevie B. I would play it in the 80s, but the remix of it, I love it.
I love Stevie B.
Huh?
I love Stevie B.
Well, it's the remix of Stevie B. For whatever reason, I hadn't listened to it in years, and I'm all, wow, this is still good.
Yeah.
Recently, Spring Love, the remix of Spring Love, it's just really good.
They use it a lot now. Like, yeah.
You ever heard of the flavor Mondelez?
Yeah.
Them. So Tasha, you probably never heard of this stuff, but hey, he's a disc jockey. He understands. Hey, and then give the DJ a break. These are the things that I love, that you could have that bumping bass that you would get in Connecticut. It would come slow. In California, you'd get, and I never saw this before, you'd get guys dancing with themselves in a circle, and then girls would dance with themselves in a circle. I'm like, why are they doing that? We never did that in Connecticut. But now you would just see it in general. And then we had the Michael Jackson lookalikes doing everything at that point, in the early 90s when everybody was dressing up like Michael. And that was hilarious because we would have, it was called the Florentine Gardens where Marilyn Monroe got married. And I just remember Arthur. Arthur was, he was either Armenian or Latin, and he was just a kick-ass disc jockey. And I would always be up in the booth. And you had 2,000 people in there on the floor. And it was just quick.
Yeah, that's crazy. I hear stories about all the older DJs tell me stories like back in the day how different it was from today.
I can imagine some of the stories they told you.
For sure, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we also have some good stories to tell them too that they haven't seen.
Yeah.
I want to tell me one that you can tell me.
Who, me or Tasha? Go ahead,
Both
Tasha.
of you.
No, let's go with George. George probably.
No, I mean, there's a lot of things. I just like, one of my favorite things is people watching. When I'm in the booth, people could be crazy. So it's just a lot. It's very funny, all like how the girls be dancing and how they, a couple of drinks, they get crazy. So it's just very entertaining. So
white girl wasted, in other words.
All right, so you have the white girl wasted, and then you have the Latina girl wasted. What's the difference?
Go ahead, Natasha. That's your question.
The difference, well, if you play Gasolina by Daddy Yankee, the difference between the white girl wasted and the Latino girl wasted is that the white girl wasted would probably look like a, what's it called? Oh my God.
A spinning top?
Yes, while the Latino girl wasted would look like a freaking like it's those different types of.
You mean like Shakira?
Yeah, but like in a whole other level, like Tasmania type thing. These are the type of dances that I see. And I mean, when I get Latin girl wasted, I I can attest to that.
Hey George, do you dance? Because when I was a disc jockey, I refused to dance because I was the disc jockey. And then after,
Yeah,
like, you know what? This is too good of you not to dance. So I learned how to dance because the guys, there were mirrors there. So we would get up on a stage. You had the stage four, and then you had 4 circles in all 4 corners because it was that big. And people would just on the platforms and just start dancing. It was just great.
yeah. I play the music, and you guys dance to the music. I don't try to I don't dance not that much. If you see me, I'll do like a little, imminent mode. Yeah, but nothing. Yeah, nothing more than 2-step in the booth.
Hey, so play us something that's hot that I know that I'm sure I would not know right now. What's hot? Would you say down there?
Probably the hardest thing, like in the Latin community right now, is Mr. Bad Bunny himself.
Oh yes, Bad Bunny.
So like he just dropped a new like surprise album. Like he dropped the album like probably a month ago, and now he just dropped another one. So people going crazy.
Oh my God, George! Brian, the glasses are coming on.
The glasses.
You look stylish, Tosh.
I try. Come on, Brian. So, what's your dance? How do you to this type of music? What do you do? Like, what do you do to this?
I would be in the corner or up in the disc jockey's booth if I know him and he knows me. I would be watching to see, okay, so what's the latest dance? How do I do this one? And what song can I do it to?
Yeah. But yeah, they definitely go crazy like in the club for that. Like especially like the new stuff, they go crazy.
And I'll tell you why, because I don't go to clubs anymore. I usually go to more like VIP events. So it's a whole different thing. And then when you do go into a club, I'm like, wow, when did they start doing this? Wow, they charge you to get into, this is how much they charge you to get into the door. And then like the drink, what? This is so much for a beer? I'm spoiled. I'm used to going into the club. My name is on the list. I can bring people with me. Open bar. That's what I'm used to. So,
gosh, Brian, you need to invite me to clubs when I go to LA because in Miami, things are starting to change up a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's the whole thing. I remember the days when, I'll never forget, this guy's name was Guy. And he would have dark glasses at night. I don't know how he could see through those things. And then he would pick you, and you. And if you were a guy, single guy, you weren't getting in. It was almost like things to Studio 54. You had to know someone to get in. You had to be someone to get in. And the only time I could get in is if I brought like a bunch of women.
You brought 10 girls. Then you're the promoter.
It's still like that.
Well, and that's the thing. And I'm like, wow, do I have to play this game? Well, you have to play the game. So for me, my co-hosts are all women. So that's the game. And again, hey, if you want us with our numbers, this is what we're going to need to have because I'm used to having an open bar. I'm used to stuff like all my friends could just have fun. But, we'll talk about the establishment and we'll want to come back and have repeat business. But I'm not that person that'll come in with an entourage and spend like $30,000 on something. I don't do that. That to me is a waste of money, but I understand why it needs to be. It's about promoting those gigs,
Yeah, for sure.
And George,
how have nightclubs suffered down there? What you guys talk about?
Yeah, like right now, during everything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like they just completely closed. I mean, just no date yet, really, on when they're gonna reopen. Hopefully soon. We're in phase 1 of reopening things. So as long as like phase 1 goes good, hopefully phase 2. But I'm pretty sure like the clubs and stuff at the bottom, the last thing. So we had to get through everything first before the clubs open. But a lot of the restaurants are opening. So like as time goes on, you probably see more DJs like in the restaurants, at like 50% capacity DJing, but nothing too crazy.
Well, how and this goes for you, Tosh. What would it be like to have a girl be comfortable going into a nightclub with a lot of people? And then what's considered a lot of people now? What was the club? What did the average club hold down there?
Just depending on where you go, like it could be 300 or 400 to 1,000, just depending on what area you go to and what club, really. Just depends.
So you
And
got cut half that size down now. So how do you
Yeah.
see that working?
So like if they do open now, then they probably do like a 50% capacity, or if they wait, until, because some clubs it won't even be worth them opening 50% capacity, because then they got to pay all these payouts, then plus the 50% capacity, they're not gonna be able to make that revenue. So a lot of clubs are probably just gonna wait till they go open fully, but which is probably the smartest thing, let people let things calm down a little bit.
So how would you guys be, as that disc jockey, as that, Tosh, as that person who would bring her girlfriends or your boyfriend to a club just to wanting to go out to have a drink or just to have a good time? How do you see that working in Miami?
It's gonna be a little bit tricky. Like, like you're with your friends, so it's like, okay, like it's cool to not wear a mask, but then you're going to a club with like a bunch of strangers that you have no idea who they've been in contact. So it's like, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. I feel like there's gonna be like a new fashion line or something of like masks for the club. That like the cool mask, so you can like, girls can still look super cute and like. But then it's gonna be it's super tricky. Like, I don't know how that club scene is gonna go after this. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's definitely weird and different. For sure.
Like, are people gonna dance with each other? Like, if you're a single girl and you're looking for a guy to dance with, like, is it gonna, like, are you gonna think twice about it? Like, it's I don't know. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a trial and error when they open these clubs.
But then you got those people that like are just dying and just can't wait for things to open to go out there and just have a good time.
Yeah, I see people rushing back out there for better, for worse.
Mm-hmm.
Worse, because I don't think you really shut down properly the correct way in Florida. You might have done 2 weeks after that, but you really didn't shut down.
If we did the way we're supposed to, then I think things would be a lot better, and we'll probably be back to normal right now. That's what I'm saying.
Florida, all the states always make fun of Florida because we're always the ones that like just like we don't listen. We don't listen.
Yeah, for sure.
We think we're
and that's the whole thing. Take Wisconsin. There was a photo yesterday, people going to the bars. None of them were wearing masks. None of them were spaced out. Not everybody knew each other, that's for sure. They just wanted to go to the bar. But that's not good because, again, you don't know who has what. It doesn't matter if you're in a nightclub or a bar or in an office. You just don't know. So that's about safety. And then no matter what, you still got to go home. So if you're around them for at least 15 minutes, you don't know if you have something that you're bringing back to your family. That's not good. So, everyone has a remedy on that, there's not enough tests still. So what are you going to do? Test everybody who goes into a nightclub? I mean, it's easier to test everybody going to a radio station. That's easy. But you're going to do a lot more phoners now,
Yeah, it's going to be weird times for sure. But hopefully only for the better. So hopefully we just keep, getting better and better.
Yeah. And also, George, so before this whole quarantine thing happened, I saw that you were DJing on a cruise. So how did you get that gig? Where did that come, because of the contacts at the radio station or on your own? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, that was really on my own. Like, I was on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. So then the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line like hires like a third party company. So then from that third party company, I got one of the agents that worked for the company, got a hold of me and just was just in communication, and just really from there, just talking to her, then like just finding the best time to go, like, because it was hard for me because I do like a lot of weddings, private parties, all the clubs. So I had to find like a time for myself, take 2 weeks off from my home gigs to go on the cruise. But as soon as we found the time at the beginning of this year in January, took off for 2 weeks, went Royal Caribbean's cruise and had a blast. Really, it was a real good time.
When did you go? What month was it? And then where did you go?
Yeah, so I went 2 times. I went in January. Then the second one was just after that, February. Then we went to the Bahamas. I think just those the two ships that I went to the same routes. So we went to the Bahamas and Coco Cay, which is Royal Caribbean's private island.
And then, so when did you get back?
So it was just 2 weeks. So I did 2 weeks in January and 2 weeks in February. It was like the third week So like the second week in January and like Valentine's weekend, I know I was going for that time.
Wow, you went at a strange time and you got back like just in time.
Oh yeah, yeah, just in time, yeah, just in time, yeah. So like after, yeah, so I got back in February. Then after all that, things started going downhill.
How did you feel when you got back? No one was sick or anything as far as you knew or anything, huh?
No, but they were like still like, even though it was like the coronavirus wasn't like so like it was just starting like to happen, they were still precautious. Like there were actually questions, and they were still like taking the matter like on their hands. But I was good and everything when I got back.
Wow. We got about 5 minutes. So give us your website. How do people reach out to you? How do they follow you?
So everything right now is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything right now is D.J.G.Rhymes, G.R.H.Y.M.E.S. That's all my social media, D.J.G.Rhymes. And yeah, just follow me.
And sexy, stylish Tosh.
Aha, Brian, you're so sweet. You can follow me on Instagram as Vocally Tosh, and you can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok as Natasha Rumbos, and also I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, everywhere you listen to. You can find me and follow me, and you can hear my single Gozala, and also a new song coming out May 26th. So you need to follow me to be able to hear it.
You heard her.
Hey, so G, have you seen any of her other shows that she's done yet?
Oh yeah, I've seen her post, post like the screenshots or whatever from the previous shows.
The stories, the cute little stories that I make.
Hey, so all right, so play us something out. We got about 3 minutes. What do you got? What would you play us? What would be your great song that you like? Something either back in the day or just something in general.
More Spanish or I don't know. What do you guys?
Give me something interesting.
Something interesting? I got something for you. Hold on. Give me 1 minute.
Brian, you need to get cool glasses like me so we can exit out. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, that was pretty good, George. Hey, Tasha, have you heard Stevie B?
Say what?
I've heard this song. I know this song for sure. I've heard it at the clubs.
That's a great mix. I play this every single day. I do. George, I play that every single day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, let me know if you can find, give the DJ a break.
Yeah, that one I don't think I have. Let me see. That one, yeah. That one I don't have. Yeah,
if you don't have that, one day you're going to have to play that for Tosh. Because that bass in there is great.
Yep, for sure.
All
Can
right.
you guys hear it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like super low.
Yeah.
While you're hearing this, Brian, would you still be on the back in the corner chilling, or would you be out doing your moves to this?
I would still be chilling, but inside I'd be dancing. I would be cool. I would have to be. All right, so Tosh, give your website one more time before we leave.
All right, Vocally Tosh, Instagram, and everywhere else, Natasha Rumbos. And by the way, there's a silent H after the T, so that way you can find me. And my website, www.natasharumbos.com.
And George, yours once again?
Yeah, everything, all social media, D.J.G.Rhymes, D.J.G.Rhymes, all social media platforms. You can find me, look me up. Have some fun, come party
Sounds
with me.
good. All right, I want to thank everybody for this. Hey, your local disc jockey in Miami, not me, but G.Rymes. But again, so have them listen to your station. Go out and follow them on their social media links. And for that, I'm Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, the Women's Broadcast TV Network, worldwidetv.tv, womanontv.tv, and IT247 out of Tennessee. And we will see you next week.